Hello, you're watching the Betsy Bruce Osmun Show. This is a show that focuses on humanities, arts, entertainment, science, and what's going on in New York City. Today's going to be a very interesting show. I have the actor who plays the voice behind the evil villain Jafar in Walt Disney's production of Aladdin. And right now, before we meet Johnathan Freeman, let's take a look at a clip that has been supplied to us by Disney, and we'll see Jafar, the evil villain. Stay tuned.
If only I had gotten that lamp.
I will have the power to get rid of you.
Oh, to think we gotta keep kissing up to that chump and his chump daughter for the rest of our lives.
No, Iago. Only until she finds a chump husband. Then she'll have us banished.
Oh. And Freeman behind the evil villain Jafar.
That's
welcome to the show,
Nice
Johnathan Freeman. Thanks for coming. That's quite a character there.
Yes, big character,
Big, evil, whatnot. How does that stack up to the Disney characters, this Jafar?
I think he's the worst, and that's good. I think he's the worst villain created. I think he's the nastiest. He's one of the characters that is, frankly, is the biggest in terms of scale. I think probably the only other villain that measures up to him is probably Maleficent, who's the villainess in The Sleeping Beauty. I think that she's probably equally as large and is sort of played out on that same operatic scale.
This one jumps out at you at the screen with those big eyes and everything. Now, I understand they film you as you're doing, even though you're doing the voice, they actually film you doing the voice. And what is the purpose? What do they do with the film?
Well, they tape everything that you do so that when the animators go to work, now the animation is the last thing to be done.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people think, they sort of show a cartoon and you kind of, lip sync to it or something.
It's not like
and actually,
that,
no, the animation is the very last thing to be done. The animators get the sound tracks, everything that you've laid down, and then they get these tapes, if they want them, that is, for reference.
Visual tapes.
Visual tapes, right. And they tape everything you do, so they get your mannerisms, your idiosyncrasies, they get posturing, there's a lot of...
So they really take you, they work you into the character.
Yes, well, I'm not 7 feet tall, and I'm not sunken and dissipated. I don't have those sort of drug-addicted eyes, and I don't think that I'm quite as psychotic a character as he is. But Andreas Deja, who's the animator, the principal animator for my character, stole a lot of that stuff. They get your eyebrows. If they were animating this plant and you were doing the voice of it,
Yes.
See, by the time they finished animating it, it would resemble you because they would get your cheeks and your lovely smile and your sparkling eyes. And, that's why suddenly, a teapot looks like Angela Lansbury.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it's true, though.
So the character, they take you and form you into the character.
That's right.
And you've read the script, so your idea of what the character is embellished as you do it? Or do you have a good idea?
That's right. No, yeah, it's a lot more collaborative, too, than I thought it would be. And I think it's a lot more collaborative than a lot of people think it is. It's a process that takes place over a long period of time. The movie takes about 4 years to do. Are
you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
He wouldn't come on my show and make
anything like that. They bring actors in after about the first 2 years. They bring actors in for the last 2 years of the project. So I started in January of 1991, and I worked on it until about, I don't know, a month and a half before they started showing it, even in an unfinished state.
I'll be darned.
It's a long process, and it changes. There's a metamorphosis that takes place in the story. The songs that are written for the story sometimes are thrown out. Sometimes they're put. I had 5 different songs. My song went through 5 incarnations until we got to the one that we got to. And the character changes slightly. It's a lot like putting together a new Broadway musical, because they're musicals. The scenes have to support the musical moment that happens within the context of the movie.
Now, are you singing?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Look,
singing,
now, I might add, and we're going to take a short break, and I might add that this is a very accomplished actor in film, television, and theater. I read your theater credits. They went on like 8 pages. But you were in Homeboy, is that right? The film Homeboy going back, and the one with Michael Caine.
Homeboy barely exists, but yes, I worked on that movie.
Barely exists. And Michael Caine, what was that?
Shock to the System, yeah, that was a very funny character. Also, a lot of that ended up on the cutting room floor. It was a very funny scene. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Forever Lulu actually is, I think, my favorite movie.
Your favorite movie you've ever done?
Movie I did with Hannah Shigula. I play your worst nightmare date in that movie.
Sounds fascinating.
Oh wait, before we cut away.
Before we cut away.
This is an early Christmas present.
Oh, we're cutting away.
No, we're not. We're not cutting away yet. Just 1 second. I don't want to forget.
Oh my, look at this.
Yeah, there he is.
This is great.
There he is.
And this is for me?
That's for you.
How'd you know my size?
Well, I figured it would be a good pajamas.
Thank you. This is beautiful. This is great. Jafar. We're going to take a short break. Should I change? No. And we'll be right back with Johnathan Freeman. Stay tuned.
And your new wardrobe. Yeah, put it on.